followed by the number 15. Up next, we have the number 26. And following 26, it's the number 22. Next in line, we have the number 23. And coming on down, we have the number 11. Up next, it's the number 17. And here comes the number 30. And we round things off this afternoon in our dollars game with the number 5. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. So get those tickets out. And here we go. The first Pick 2 number coming right up. And it's the number 8, the second Pick 2 number this afternoon. And it's lucky number 1. So once again, the winning Pick 2 numbers are 8 and the number 1. Up next, you can play it 3 ways. It's our Pick 3 game. The first Pick 3 number coming up. And here it is. And it's the number 3, the second Pick 3 number this afternoon. And it's a 0. And the third and final Pick 3 number coming up. And it's lucky number 3. So once again, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 3, 0, and the number 3. And it's now time to ton up your winnings. So get ready for Pick 4. The first Pick 4 number, and it's 9, the second Pick 4 number coming up. And it's also 9, the third Pick 4 number for this afternoon. And it's 7, and the fourth and final Pick 4 number. And it's the number 3. So once again, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 997 and the number 3. It's easy for win, so let's heat things up with our hot pick game. This afternoon's winning hot pick number is lucky number 2. So congratulations to all our hot pick winners. Again, the winning number is 2. Get on track, Cashpot Money Trainer run, and every week it's a different mystery prize. And this week you can win $290 for every $10 winning Cashpot bet. So please board the train and collect the winnings. Let's get ready to play our Cashpot game for Thursday, June 10, 2021. You lift a plate, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big Cashpot winner. Let's see what the winning Cashpot number will be. And this afternoon's winning Cashpot number is lucky number 35. Congratulations to all our Cashpot winners. Again, the winning number is 35. And it's now time for some mega winnings. So good luck. And let's see what color ball is going to be selected this afternoon. And a white ball has been selected. Remember, go mega 6 times per day for more chances to win big. Again, the winning Cashpot number is 35. The lucky mark is GOAT. And a white ball was selected for both Cashpot and Hot Pick. And now let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers. Congratulations to everyone who won. And please do join us again at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Deandra. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and Cashpot draw. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and Cashpot special pot draws. If you're just joining us, it's all about Road to Success. The journey with Wayne Marshall.
Whoa, yeah. That's me on the corner. That's you at the stoplight, begging for a dollar.
Now, Marshall, before the Cashpot, you were just about to get into the alliance, the Bounty Killer connection. How were you recruited by Bounty Killer? How did you meet Bounty Killer? And especially being a super fan, as you put it, from as early as a teenager. Talk to us.
All right, well, I mean, just being at the studio as a little youth, I mean, I was basically Jam 2 and Trev and Jan them, little brethren from up the road. So Killer would have seen me in the corner and would say, okay, away in that, you know, but it was no You know, them time they killer, you know, so him have a 20 man round him and dub plate and do one sound busy
Yo.
bad, you know what I mean? Busy bad. So we were just there observing and saying, boy, John, you know, you used to see him rehearse them time there with caution band and thing, and we just did it like a fly on the wall, observe, you know? So, I mean, at that point, he made a split. So his management split. So he left King Jammies. So we were at King Jammies now, and Killer went to go and build his career outside of that. But it was an amicable vibe, meaning that they maintain a good relationship right through. So Trev, which is my best virgin them time, they will grow up together, which is King Jammies son same way. Him say, boy, Marsha, I really feel like what I forgot check Killer, you know, because a time now to really, you know, get the real run. Because I mean, it was only right that the person who inspired us to really be in the music becomes the godfather, you know?
Yeah.
So we stay so now and I found this song. So I had this song now a couple of months now. I think they when the smoke clears and the battle has been won.
Beep,
True,
beep.
true, true,
True, true,
true,
true,
while I
true.
still a song. So I say, yo, I'm no, this is true, I study Killer career them time because every day we used to go to school and DJ a bunch of song them. So it's almost like I know exactly where it would have fit him or where it would have fit me and him career, you know? So I say, yo, if me sing that chorus, then Killer come in and say, a war is going on in the land over who are the big man in Jam 1.
Yeah.
Them time the man be the man at war, you know? So I
Yeah.
say, yo, to that song I would have wicked and fit in right and thing and so we stay so we go circle Killer and Killer hear the song and Killer say, yo, that song you bad still in a youth, me not tell no lie. And it's almost like he never give me a definitive to say, yo, me gonna do it or not. Because you don't know a Killer, them time they are the ego bastard, you know. Him
Yeah.
not too, as a little youth, you can't get the DJ to just come stop where him a do and come
Yeah.
go endorse you. Who is you, right? So we stay so now and we went to a Renaissance party. So true, me never sure what Killer was going to do in the song. We decided that I'd just sing the song on a dub plate for Renaissance. Because them time the Renaissance, Jazzy T, Delano, them really did that push my career as a young uptown youth. You don't know, I aligned with the uptown sound. It was only right. You know, so even Copper Shot and them sound, uptown, Nemesis sound and them sound was endorsing my career as a young artist. So there was a party that was going on in Pepper's nightclub, right? Them time the Peppers have a key party and them to were Mega Man there right now, right? So still so now Boom and the Renaissance goes and draw the tune and Killer was in the party. Me said the whole place smash up when the tune dropped. So that was all Killer needed to see to understand so there was a powers in the song. So Killer said that if me DJ upon this much shot. So right then and there now we showed up and link up again up at the car wash and Killer said, yo, real, now come link up, you know, and studio this week. I said, whoa. I see the whole of my life flash in front of me. There, so now I say, see it and now, see it and now.
Yes.
All right,
The
and now at the big time.
moment.
Because I remember say Killer, I will done them time then, a Killer who will look up to from when as War 21 we start link with Elephant them and Kochi them and remember scare them is Killer break scare them same way too. So we the whole of we are linked them time there and Killer and the general, right? So boom now we start link up with Killer. Killer come voice the song and the song shut off a road and Killer carry me out on tour and carry me on an extensive US tour. So that was my first experience now as a touring artist. Tour bus and we have got through the United States and Killer say, yo, people, that youth are the next youth are come run the place. And
So
that was priceless. But yeah.
What did that do for you though, Marshall? Because here it is, word sound power. You basically draw it onto yourself as a kid and you look up to Bounty Killer, who not just only did a song with you, but took you on tour with him, your first United States tour. How did you contain yourself and ensure that you remain level-headed and do the right thing?
Well, that no, I have to go right back to my brought up, see, right? I can't be who I am not, right? So I learned humility and them things from my parents by example. I was not the type of youth. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there were phases that looking back now, I look back at my countenance and how I was in certain interviews back then time, and I said, but little boy did I, you know. But not to a point where you show off or you're bossy but it's kind of par for the course. When you're in a dancehall, you kind of have a flair about you. You have to have something about you that kind of, makes you unique or makes you stand out. And you can't just be regular, because it's dancehall, it's a very competitive world. And if you have too much weakness, people will take advantage of that, and try to beat you down then, because a hardcore, landscape, especially when you get a break from a man like Bounty. Remember, me originally a uptown youth, but being in King Jammy's and in Waterhouse over the years from I was 12 come right up, it made me get experience and experience the garrison then, experience ghetto life and understand. Most of my friends and bridges over there was ghetto youths. At that point, I could have named over 20 youths where me see come and died by the gun, who was brethren. So I was engulfed in that world same as even as an uptown youth still it's like I was living the best of both worlds. Because here I was insulated in the studio, but still being able to experience what was going on the outside. But being at King Jammy's studio, there was so much respect for King Jammy's in Waterhouse that nobody. I've never had a bad experience being walking the roads of St. Lucia Avenue or going from the gully or going up the road to go buy bun and cheese. Nobody ever. There's no violation or disrespect for ever one, but you would always hear about, it was a 3 man dead last night, and it was a very hardcore place, but still a priceless experience for me, because to be a part of reggae music and dancehall music, you have to have experience. You have to see things and know things to understand the street culture, So I think that is what really kind of gave me the balance. So I could be a dancehall artist where a lot of people would really question whether or not me a uptown youth or me a downtown youth, because I literally was in the ghetto most days for the whole entire day, right back till night. A lot of my acquaintances. So all right, so now Killer break me into dancehall and wanna bust me. So right there, so now is where Vibes Cartel come in at the play now, and even Jeffrey Campbell, Agent Sasko, come into the play right there, so too, because at King Jammy's, King Jammy's was the hub that most artists pass through as dancehall and reggae them times. So Butler, I remember it was Butler managing Vice Cartel at the time, and Butler was passing through King Jammy's daily, bringing Cartel and thing, and we end up create a relationship, form a relationship. So Butler, knowing that Cartel was a hardcore youth who look up to Killer, also carried him to Killer. So Killer meet Vibes Cartel at Car Wash, and me with a meet Cartel from studio, and then me now and Killer start say, yo, see the next thing I know, the next big deal is, draw feed, you don't know the whole one link now. We and Cartel Road, we and Killer them one alliance farm this and now. Movada start rise into the link now, as a youth to respect Bunty and have the talent and want to get the run with Killer too, and then comes Busy and stuff. But rewind back now to the link where we and Cartel did start establish now. We really start get close, So we start the whole heap of collaborations. Remember when Cartel was coming out of the business, it was like a sharp shooting DJ, never really have a lot of melody at that time. So him said, Marshy, are you feel carry the melody them and the hook them and the something them? I'm say ready. You see me right then and there now, Dan Carleone start rise and he start produce with. Then we start do songs like New Millennium, me call Kanai, with the buckle of talk Kanai. So we start bust now on our own, so we basically know a show say Killer really have him hype and a good talented batch of youth, because the youth them do them thing now, me start do my thing and voicing for different producers now as Alliance and Wayne Marshall and him own Cartel likewise. And we start break out now, then comes the end of 2000, which is Sting. So Len call we up now for Sting, and I look forward to the big performance for Sting now. The first time for Sting is like the first big show I had now. Kishima, say, when me start get my break, now is the time when them say bad word last start coming. Remember when that's law they start coming, where we can't cuss bad word on stage again. So it actually become illegal and
no profanity.
No profanity. But we were just coming out of a whole era where it was fair game from the on stage and a big people in the audience. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Angle your
So
business.
me say me run on past thing, well excited now and I mash up the place. Music pumping the place well packed. Feeling it, and the whole place I mash up because them time me had the new sensation, and thing and
Yeah.
me no
Gun
know
down
which
around
bad word
head.
me go cuss. Me go cuss one bad word. And you don't know what one. My mic lock off. Cause them time there, a policeman show that a length show. So it's like you
Mm-hmm.
have to follow the rules, especially in the early part of the show. Them in them 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock a morning there. So my mic get lock off now, and I say, yo, I basically gesture to the crowd, say, yo, man, my mic off.
What
And
is? Yeah.
me drop the mic and walk off. So when I walk off of the stage, me hear pling, pling. And I say, what that? When me look, me see about 100 buckle. I fly to the stage. Bling, blang, blang, the bands have to run and make a hasty retreat. Literally, the show coming like it out for done right there. So,
Wow.
Leng himself, say, Marshall and Gus and give me a mic, a live mic, and say, yo, go save me show and ramp with me. So me say, yo, true. Woo, we're good
Hey.
people. Them can't stop the show. The show must go on and drop back some more thing. And right there, so now, I say, people, I say, Portmore. The DJ is a young DJ, but him is the next thing. And him are the next thing of Portmore. People, some want to know him and some want to know him. Vibes Cartel, come join me. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, at the very first time that Cartel ever DJ for Sting, right in that moment. So basically, me I
Mm-hmm.
said to him, up the place, and Cartel see me, I say, yo, call me up. So right then and there, I call him up, and me and him shell down Sting right there, so now and then me come off and leave him and make it do film show. So it just goes to show you how much, when we just started, the link is
Yes.
close. So we start build now, and you don't know, alliances I get stronger and stronger. My father coming at the fray, busy signal coming at the fray. Eventually Bling Dog come join the team, and we just have build as young artists, and I and a shop, I and the whole we are, grow and learn off of each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Awesome. But Wayne, for persons listening to your journey right now, Radioland, locally and internationally, say, boy, Marshall have it easy, man, because how you come up and kill the big top man and tour in the United States and that kind of thing. On your
yeah.
pursuit, what would you consider one of your biggest setbacks?
One of my biggest setbacks. We see this was when my career was basically up and running now, and find myself. This was a huge setback for me. This was in 2005, between 2004 2005, 2005 to be exact, because it was the year that my son, I got my first child. So that was the year when Regina was pregnant with Gio, and I said I was going to
Mm-hmm.
visit her. So I leave Jamaica, and I did best of the best, I believe it was, and I was traveling to go to Orlando now. And lo and behold, I'm going through TSA, and the TSA is searching my bag. I'm doing my thing. I don't care. I'm just watching him and whatever. No, so the man opened one little zipper, like a secret
Mm-hmm.
zipper. It was like a Nike bag. I know them have the little secret zip inside. And the man opened it and take out one little bag of weed, so,
Wow.
and say, hey, buddy, man, I'd love to help you, but I can't. This we got you're gonna go to jail. I say, excuse me. Them time I don't know where we they come from, But apparently
Wow.
it was one of my brethren them. They just put it in when we're doing something in Jamaica, some country trip. brethren and man just say, yo, drop a split
Mm-hmm.
the one part in our bag or whatever. Me end up I go around the world with the bag,
Wow.
And it was not until that day when the man goes and open the zip and find the thing, and right then and there, a handcuff and jail me there in the United States of America. Worst thing ever. It end up that I come back to Jamaica now, and them a press it, and me lose my travel documents, and one bag of thing. And it was not something that I even made anybody. I never made it public, because it was something that it was just, I just felt like, you know what, I better me leave this out of the media, and just it become my burden to bear personally, right? So it ended up that it dragged out for years that I couldn't really travel to the United States. That's like a big hub. So it was a
Yeah.
huge setback for me in my career, especially where I was in my career, where it was like time now for push to the next level. I know it's always you have to go through America, through the companies to get signed and stuff. So I mean that was a big setback. And I want to say all in a Jamaica, leading up to 2000, I find myself in some trouble and end up in a jail in a Constant Spring. And so
Wow.
I realized that from early on, you better just play the thing on the straight and narrow, walk where you for walk. Because if you go around, the path that is chosen for you, bad things will reach you. Come from early out, man. I be things reach me through my little time, man. And not
So
never
when
handed to me. It wasn't a very easy journey, and it was only for memories when I can look back on me and say, boy, if it did go one next way, I probably wouldn't be here today.
So in those moments, is it that you had a mentor, or it was just mere positive self-talk to pull yourself up and not allow yourself to be burdened or even fall into depression because of what is happening?
Whole heap of mentors, whole heap of mentors. Different mentors meant different things and helped me to get through with different obstacles. Um, there were times, when I tell you like Ishima, there were times when I feel like me against the world, basically, because, like, as I said, me never able to move, me never able to
Mm-hmm.
grow at the rate where I was growing at up until certain points in my career. And we really had to just say, you know what? The bigger picture. The bigger picture is that I am evolving as a man, and these lessons are here to build me and make me stronger. And they are going to contribute to who I am. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way looking back now, Kishima. I wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
minus anything, because for me to be who I am now, the experienced man, the family man, the musician, um, and I'm being empathic to seeing people go through certain things, because I was there too, and I can understand, when you reach to certain low points in life. And as I say, it has been, there have been so many things that has happened over the years, but I don't make it kill me, I make it build me, because I know this is just another experience, it's just another feather in my hat now to what I will be in the long run.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about evolving, and you also mentioned family man, and part of us getting a different Wayne Marshall is following your 2019 wedding, your nuptials with Tammy Chin. You help
2009,
with
yeah, 2009.
2009, yes.
Yeah.
You actually helped to reshape the mindset of dancehall entertainers, making it cool to have a wife and a family and being a family man. How
Yeah.
did marriage and your wife in particular change your perspective on life?
Oh gosh, man. It was one of the greatest moments in life, when you really buck up on a relationship that you know that all of the boxes are ticked. So it's this person, she look good to you. She's a personality to you. She humor, she make you laugh. You make her laugh. We share the same values. We share the same parenting, instincts. It's moments like that. That is when I would encourage a man to really get married. It's not just because one of the box them tick, or she might be, have a good look, or she have a good shape or a good figure. That don't make a partner. That don't make a decision to get married. So when I met Tammy, she was music, she was entertainment, she was smart, you know, she was beautiful, so much things. I was just like, yo, this is it. I will commit right here, so. Me will mark off my thing right here, so. And killer them, everybody, all of my brethren them around was just like, yo, you and this girl just have a chemistry that is undeniable. And it really just helped me to commit to that life. And then I was just like, I saw myself having children, I saw myself building a life with her. Um, by this point, I had already bought my house. So I
Mm-hmm.
had this house, and I had the vision. I bought the house with the vision of knowing that, one day I'm going to have a family. I'm going to have kids running up and down, and I'm going to have a wife, and I want to bring the same stability that my mother and my father brought to me to them. So it was never something that I had as just, you know, oh, I'm just going to get married. I will see what happens. I really wanted to have a long-term vision for this marriage, and that is what we're here
Mm-hmm.
still building and making work. And obviously, you know
We
that
see
we,
you. I
we we
see
have
your
now
shirt.
open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
meet
meet the
meet the
Mitchells is that thing,
Mitchells, and seeing meet the Mitchells. Wayne, it's basically you inviting us into your family, your personal space, and you
Yeah,
living out aloud for us. The internet itself, it can be such a horrible place to
yeah.
be authentic, yet still
Mhm.
the Mitchells are. We get that authenticity. How do you
Yeah.
manage to be so open and transparent with your story?
Well, I learned that I'll have to give credit to Tammy for that, because she was the one who was always the example of being vulnerable and sharing things that I would have never shared, especially even as I said, early dancehall, Wayne Marshall would guard certain things and guard certain insecurities, certain weak things that I would consider weak. I would guard them because I would think that people are going to use this against you and whatever, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy now showed me that, yo, listen, what am I going to use against you when all of us share these struggles, you know? I then decided that, okay, you know what, I'm going to be open about certain things, and I'm going to show people, say, I have this struggle, or I go through this, or my house isn't perfect like what people would probably think based on, oh, because they're a celebrity, they have everything nice and everything glorious, you know? We have little water damage this and tile or lift this and whatever, whatever. It's not
Mm-hmm.
perfect. So when we started, we said, you know what? We're just going to be ourselves and show up as real as possible. And what we have end up done is inspire people and help them through their situation, because they say, then hold on. We did in our mind, we stress all of these people did live perfect lives, and now we realize, oh, our life not so bad, or what we are going through is not so unique to us, but it's a thing where all of us go through. So when I started opening up and showing certain things, I would have swear that people would have comment and use get not one comment, not
Mm-hmm.
one comment is bare positivity, because it's almost like if you say it first, what ammunition is that for somebody who hates you to say it again if you don't say it already, right?
Facts. Yeah. And also you during the biggest health crisis, right? You
Yeah,
have provided us a lot of persons via social media platforms with so much laughter through your TikTok videos, or just you and Tammy having a conversation. It could just be in your car or whatever the situation is. I hear from your
yeah,
story that you were always comedic in between, but we didn't get an opportunity to see that. Talk to us
right.
about the most fun TikTok video that you have ever created, and did you think it would have resonate with people the way it did? Because so far I don't see one TikTok video that you do when we say, Cho Marshall. But you
No,
you
I don't
have been
want
on
to say.
point.
I don't know if I have a favorite. There was one where say Tammy wanted to talk to me after I cut the lawn. So I went outside
Mm-hmm.
to cut the lawn with a scissors.
Yes.
So so this can take anywhere between now and the next three
Forever.
years if we done. So that was funny, and it wasn't just funny to we, but here it is, big world star hip hop with 30 million followers on Instagram start
Mm-hmm.
jumping up and adapting my videos and taking them and posting them. And there's another one where I did with Tammy where she's saying that you have to respect your man and love your man, and she said shut up, and people
Yes,
love
that
that
was
one. That
funny.
that one that one went viral, and that has like the most comments and stuff. And but boy, I don't know. I'm just trying to help people through a rough time. And I realized that it's not just music alone that I have as an ability within me. And the pandemic has shown me that it has given me a time to be introspective and really look deeper into Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and all of my little talents and all of my hidden gifts that I have, that even interacting with my friends over the years, Cartel can tell you. Just like oh we can say Cartel a real comedian to when him ready, a beer laugh and joke, Killer them a real drama man same way. You know, Damon Marley can tell you. Damon Marley always more time him laugh and roll all him locks in the dirt when him done with him. Beer joke and beer laugh. And he used to always say, Wayne, you know, sister, you is like a walking show. He must say, yo, you have to do this thing in a real life. You know, the man say, yo, me will support it big time. And there were always little things that would encourage me that I was a fun, I was a hilarious youth, you know. And even
And
as a young youth, I used to always do little shows, and you know, in prep school, I used to do little acting and stuff, and people would always love it. They would always say, "Yo, you start the show," and you know. So I think it's just coming full circle, and it's just another, you know, positive spin on a negative situation that we're all in. You know, I find myself in a time when there is so little going on in my career musically, from the standpoint of there are no parties, there are no shows, there are no outside broadcasts, you know, everything is so limited. I mean, once in a while you get I mean, thankfully I'm a brand that, and I'm an artist that corporate brands have a relationship and see as wholesome. And I always get work during, you know, whatever them doing online shows,
downtime.
virtual events. So I still stay active, you know, and as I say, I give thanks for this blog that we just started simply just to showcase our life, and it has grown, and the following, and people DM us and message us daily about how much inspiration, how much motivation, and how much our family structure that we showcase helps them. You know, because they grew up in broken homes and they didn't see a mother and a father and children, and how we interact with the kids, how me hug up my son, them and them things. Those things were not methods of parenting that they saw even in their community or their district or their parish. So I
Yeah,
think we
yeah,
are
man.
doing
I
a
mean,
great thing.
you are, and as you mentioned, inspiration. It is taking me to glory to God. What was the inspiration and intent behind this track? And did you imagine that it would eventually become the most impactful song in your, almost your entire body of work to date?
Right, right. Glory to God definitely came at a time when I was going very, very deep into my spirituality and trying to really dig deep. I really wanted to take my musical career on another level. And I knew that was spiritual because I started searching spiritually, I started learning music, and I realized that the deeper I dive into the music is the more I realize that music is not man made, it's God made. So there's a very spiritual aspect to the music in itself. So the more I got into with my spiritualities, the more I felt in touch with my creativity. And then I started saying, okay, Father God, I feel like I pay my dues as a musician, as a dancer, as a reggae artist. Right now, I want to do music now that can really make an impact on Jamaica and the youth and the culture and people mindset. Take them out of depression, take them out of darkness by them listening to music, listening to my music. So I really started asking God, I said, Father God, please, and me and your dopes, I hear me dopes, you have to go, give me a sign now, give me a song where really represent where I am spiritually and how me I believe in you and how me trust in you. So here comes this song now in a one deep meditation where we did have no one deep morning. I remember Natural High, some young producer sent a rhythm and I listened to the rhythm and be a cold bump wash me and me just know said this was it. I ask and I see it. And I said, Daddy, I find it, I find it, I find it. And he said, there's no way you can say you will find it because that's some music go. And I said, Daddy, trust me, that song yeah, it. So we sing the song and record the song and put out the song. I say, me literally say, me have like just a little reason, a little prayer, a little meditation. I say, Father God, if you can make people hear this song and it change them, me know say you're real. Write this up. And as me drop the song, put it up on one of them live and say, yo, but forgive the whole of my from my enemy them and who want tag everybody, tag Bunty and tag this one and Alkaline and Massacre all who Aisha and I get tagged everybody like him. And I said, but mine, that wasn't something where I could have said, yo, was a spiritual thing, but it would just show me said the song did have something about it where it moved people and stir people. And from that, me say, this happen, that happen, me get DMs, I mean, people, you, children, old people, down to the Prime Minister himself, message me and say, listen, this song is a song that you sing this, not for just yourself, but you sing this for the nation. And it was just a song that really, really answered my prayer, took me to a whole new level as a musician, as an artist. It also showed me that the best of me was ahead, and it showed me that I was truly a work in progress and an evolving artist. And it kind of was a reward for the discipline that I had. So I basically took myself off of frontline duty in the music to go learn music and learn to sing and learn to play instrument and play piano and just
So
dig deep, you know?
you taught yourself, or you enrolled like in in an institution to do it, to learn
Well,
the
I would say I
theory.
taught myself, but I taught myself using YouTube and also interacting with musicians because I would always be interacting with musicians every day, every week. And any little
Sister-in-law,
question I
your
would have, I would
wife.
ask them. Right. And they say, no, man, if you go so and Ray Ray and the fifth note and then it bring back resolution to do this and that. And then I say, yo, Ray, it was just, it did blow my mind to know that, first of all, I could have actually built a career not knowing nothing about music. So that was always encouraging to know that I had enough raw talent in me to create a name for myself, you know. But then I was just like, yo, but then if I polish my talent and if I grow in the music, then what, the sky is the limit. You know, I can really take my game to the whole next level. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to being a better musician, to coming out on the other side of the pandemic very strong. I'm writing, I'm staying creative, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first Grammy based on the work that I did with
Stony
Dana Marley
Hill.
and his
Yeah.
and his Stone Age album. So
What
about
was it like, sorry Wayne, what was it like working with Gang? Because I know from your story, his dad Bob Marley was somebody that his music resonates with you
oh
as a
gosh,
youth, and in your adult life, here it is, you're working with his son. What was that experience like? For, I think your project was True Colors.
True Colors that Damon produced for me,
Mm-hmm.
and we have done so much work. You know, he has sharpened me, as he has helped sharp my talent and my writing skills, and I really look to him as a really top tier lyricist in the game, like really up there. There's not much that have the lyrical prowess that a Damon Marley have, you know, and and even just as a performer, as a musician, the work ethic that he has as a man who has inherited a lot, but still has worked for his own respect and and created his own legacy in the music is just awesome and inspiring and amazing. And I give thanks for the opportunity to work with him and to work with Stephen and the whole Marley family. You know, that's reggae royalty. And to
Mm-hmm.
see how much work, how much time, how much effort they spend in being better and in growing themselves, I'm just like, who am I? Who am I to not want to sharpen my talent and grow and put in hours and hours and hours daily? They never stop. They work for hours every single day towards the
Mm-hmm.
goal of creating music and the mission to take on to take the baton from them father and just kind of bring the music to the next level. So it was always very
What
inspiring to work with them.
what lessons do you, or what lesson do you want your boys to learn at an early age about life?
I want them to understand that um, yeah, life, the results that you want is entwined into the work that you're willing to put in. You know, if you want a big result, you have to be willing to sacrifice the time and the effort and the work, right? So I want them to understand that if I want a big vehicle, I have to want to put in the big effort. I'm going to want to put in the time into what I love, into what I have decided to be my career path or what can put food on my table, you know. Um, I think there are times in my career there where I kind of took my foot off of the gas and I feel I suffered for it. But now what I'm doing is like making up for all that last time because I've done now is be really truly committed to working every single day. And as simple as it is, people might think, oh, it's just YouTube or it's just a vlog. We literally have
Mm-hmm.
to work every single day. We have to edit. We have to
Mm-hmm. Create
plan
content.
content.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
have to be in meetings with executives, with marketers. We have to be thinking, what goes in, what comes out. We have to be very sensitive as to what we showcase of ourselves and what we hold back. It's still so much to I mean, just today alone, we did meetings from morning. We did Tammy's outside there editing now. So I found myself I've committed to being consistent and working, and the results are showing, and I'm sharpening, and I'm getting better every day. And I really just give thanks for the opportunity, even though a lot of the work that I used to do musically have been kind of put on the back burner. I'm still my creative
Active.
juices are
Mm-hmm.
flowing more than ever, and I'm still very, busy on a day-to-day basis, and just evolving and giving thanks for the opportunity to be here because, as I said, my father died 3 years ago, suddenly. So I just feel like life is not promised, and we really have to make most of the time that we have now, being healthy, being strong, you know. And as I say, I just want to lead by example for my youth then. So in other words, me no want, know what if I'm talking, I want to be the
Show.
example instead of speak and talk and so
Mm-hmm.
that's really what I'm doing, is trying to be that example for them as opposed to be an opinion,
On the road to success, we all have a different path, but having been there, done that, still growing, still evolving, what would you say to somebody who is on their own respective journey and whatever it is that's going through their minds or in their life, they're at a standstill? What advice would you give to them to motivate them to level up?
Well, I would say trust the process, even if you look out in nature, everything is
Mm-hmm.
seasonal. You have some time when the mango are bare, you have some time when it not bare, right? But that don't mean that the season now go complete. So in the time when you feel like there's a standstill, always be watering, always be growing, always be trying to add something to who you are in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's pick up a book and read, whether it's to research some career paths, just to tap into what might be your passion that is deep and dormant. You never know. So I would just say trust the process, and always have your eye on the aim, have your eye on the goal, and you know, just keep on working towards it. And as I said, the greatest men had very dark days along the journey, had days when they thought that they would give up, had days where they thought that, this wasn't for them, and is because of their persistence and consistency that they were able to break through. There's the meme where two people are digging and one man decides, say, you know what, may I dig for 3 days, 4 or 5 days, or even 5 years. May I go give up now. And next man on the top say, may I keep on digging. And it's just two more dig to the big
Mm-hmm.
old
Mm-hmm.
diamond or to the big old gold mine. So you have to just
Mm-hmm.
keep on pressing on regardless of how it seems. Sometimes it's just a little speed bump in the road.
Wow, Wayne, this was absolutely amazing. And I think one of the things that is very apparent when we see you, whether on our phone screens in a live show, is that you have evidently shed your ego, which is a huge part of some of the problems that we have as a people. What advice would you give to your fellow entertainers who are in such a egotistic driven industry? What can they do to control the ego that sometimes gets in the way?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to live on Kishima. At the end of the day, what can I say? All I can do is be a beacon or be an example of one who has seen it and shed his ego and still maintain respect, still maintain my musical career. Nothing is taken from me because of humility. I would argue that I've gained more being more humble. So I don't really have much advice more than to live the life that I would advise them to live. So if a man see my humility or if a man see how me evolve from, bad boy, get trouble and whatever, to the man I am now, then I think that is the biggest advice or example that I could ever be, But again, a man have got through in life. But I was there, just like if you ask me about even gun lyrics. Me used to sing gun lyrics too. Me never did sing it because I want to, no man, pick up my gun or be inspired by it. But it was just part of the course because dancehall is a game where it's a hardcore game and you have to have shot in a clip. You go up on the stage, you know what a man say, him a gonna shoot out now lyrically, and you just now have nothing. It's a part of the nature of the game. But you know it go.
You grow,
I
you
think
evolve.
that you grow, you evolve, and it's just so it go. I'm just making sure that I be the example of what I would want to see.
Wayne Marshall, thank you so much. This was absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing your journey. And you are absolutely, people will hashtag it on your page. I know you see it all the time. Hashtag couple goals, hashtag the Mitchells, but you are doing a brilliant job. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
That was Wayne Marshall on. Yes, our listener says, look here, big up to Marshall in town, Yeah, Kish, me I tell you, see them interview, me just can't stop listen. Big up Marshall every day, all day. This one says, big up Wayne Marshall is from Ricardo Porteous in Glengoff.
Lord, I pray.
This one says, greetings, Kish, the overview with Wayne Marshall.